We're live. We're live. Apparently, we're live. Yay! Hi, guys. How you going? Today is the 26th of May, 2020. And this is my vlog for this week. My journey towards 50, talking about all the things that I've been getting up to and planning on doing, that kind of stuff. This last week has been an interesting ride. Um, in one of the groups that I run on Facebook. We call it the Right Room, and it's kind of like a personal coaching type group where I ask deep and meaningful questions. With the idea that we're just trying to do the personal work in order to achieve our goals and get stuff done in life. Um, but in a space which is where nobody's going to interrupt you, where you get the space to actually talk about the things you need to talk about. Yeah, but anyway, if you're interested in the Right Room, send me a message. If you're not, don't worry about it. But in that group, like I say, I'm asking, questions, and most of the questions come from stuff that I'm going through at the time. Not surprisingly, because I'm the one asking the questions. But the point of the questions is to ask yourself, and I'll get to it in a second. Ask yourself, and then really let the answer come, rather than just sitting down and going, "Oh well, this is the answer." You're just like, "No, well, is it the answer?" And explore it and let it roll around, kind of stuff. So that kind of puts me in some fun places. Um, yeah. I can't remember what I was going with that. Just somewhere I don't want to go, I guess. This light thing, I'm going to take my glasses off, but then I can't see. But yeah, oh, we're going here again this week. This whole stretching and range of motion stuff, and it's exhausting. I'm exhausted. I'm really tired. I'm going through, and COVID-19 and business stuff and having to get shit done and writing business proposals and pitches, and I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I just want to go to bed, but I can't sleep because there's so much going on, and then we have small children that wake you up at fucking 6 o'clock. I'm sorry, no swearing. At 6 o'clock in the morning. Um, don't get me wrong. I love my kids; they're amazing. But can you just let me sleep in just once? I'd really like to sleep in. So yeah, I'm tired. I can't even remember what the question in the Right Room was last week, but I think it was a fun one. But this week I've come up with something and I've been thinking about over the weekend. And again, because I know that the original start to this journey was all about me stretching and learning, getting my kicks back and feeling good in my body and all that kind of stuff. And I said this last week, I'm always the first person to tell you that doing the body work is going to bring up a lot of the emotional work that you might not have actually taken time out to process. For me, what I've hit is, I've had an interesting moment. Let's talk about this. I've hit guilt, and you know, so many questions come out of that. I tend to hold guilt in my neck and shoulders, I think. And, I do have to say, even though I have been putting up videos of my stretching sessions, I have been doing them. I just can't be bothered with videotaping them. Videotaping them. Jesus, how old am I? I can't be bothered with recording them and putting them up because I'm tired. It's just one extra thing to do. Um, where was I? I got distracted. Uh, yes, that's right. Guilt, holding guilt in my body. So I'm sort of trying to release that guilt, which also means having to go in and what am I feeling guilty about, that kind of stuff. And this weekend we had some really good friends come down and stay with us at the house, and I haven't had a drink of an alcoholic drink for 2.5 years or so. Um, and this weekend I just decided I can't be bothered with that anymore. And I was going to have a drink with some friends. So I did. And it was fun. But the the moment when I am linking this all together. Don't worry, we'll get there. What it comes, what it came down to, or what it came back to, or something in there, for me was I was somewhere in there. I was really feeling guilty about uh now what is it? No, it's this. It's bad radio, Joe. Um, guilt. I was holding on to it, right? Is that I think the best thing to say there is I was just really holding on to it like a badge, like this big badge of honor. It's like, yeah, I had to stop drinking because when I drank, I became cranky and I didn't like the person that I'd become when I was drinking. And I felt really bad about it, and I felt guilty. So I had to put this big weight, this burden on my shoulders of this person that I became when I was drinking, and then I wasn't allowed to drink anymore. And nobody sat me down and went, "Hey, you have to stop drinking." Nobody went, nobody's gone, "You've got a problem." I did that all to myself, um, and quite justifiably too, can I just say. I did have some moments where I sat down and went, I was having a personality change when I drank alcohol, and I was getting irrationally angry for unjustifiable reasons. But the work there to do is to sit down and understand why I was getting angry and work through that. And I have spent 2.5 years working through that, but I was still holding on to the guilt of that singular moment where I sat down and realized that I was having this personality change, and I felt terrible um, over things that like things that I could have done, right. um, I was holding on to guilt over things that I didn't even do, and this is going to get messy. I'm sorry about it getting messy, but this is just where we're at right now, right? So I stopped drinking because of the things that I could see if I continued drinking, I was going to behave badly. And I didn't like it. I didn't want it. I didn't like the person I was becoming when I had alcohol. So I stopped. Um, and, there was a big mix of stuff going in. Like when I would consume alcohol, I would become irrationally angry. And there's reasons for that, right? And I have to do the personal work, the deep inside personal work to deal with that. And I've done a lot of work over the past couple of years. On the other side of it was the next day, and we're getting to this now, the next couple of days after drinking alcohol, I would get depressed, which doesn't help. So then becomes this cycle again. You've got to do the work, you've got to do the personal work, you've got to talk about, you're going to find space to talk about, space to get stuff out instead of just running around in your head making you crazy. Talk about what's going on, why you're feeling that way. And I was holding on to that, and it was just this big bag of guilt. And I just sat down and went, you know what, I'm done. I'm done holding on to that. I want to be able to sit down and enjoy a glass of wine with friends and have a good laugh. So I'm going to try it and see what happens. And what happened? Good question. Glad you asked. I laughed so hard that I was incredibly glad of all the deep core work that I do in my studio and that my pelvic floor held strong. Because there's a couple of moments there where you're laughing so hard, it's like, wow, yeah, not sure my pelvic floor is going to hold here, but it did its job. Yay, pelvic floor. um I sat down, I laughed, I had some fun with friends, and it was a really good time. 2 days later, however, I am feeling depressed and struggling with feeling physically, mentally, and emotionally depressed. And there are other things going on there as well. But I'm struggling. Yeah, normally I can talk myself around at a much faster pace than what's happening today. And I am reminded of one of the reasons why I quit drinking in the first place, which is the depression. I don't like feeling like this. This feels awful. It's not a fun place to be. So back on the wagon I go. Thank you to my friends and my wife for such an awesome time on the weekend. It was great. back on the wagon I go. And, I think that's a sensible decision. But, this time I'm going to do it without guilt. This time I'm going to do it without going, you should feel bad about yourself because you're an asshole, you're a horrible person. I am not a horrible person. I'm a really nice person. And, I do some amazing, wonderful things. So, yeah, I'm going to let go of the guilt. And, process the stuff. So there we go. That's where I'm at right now. I'm struggling. It's a hard week. I'm feeling depressed. It's my sister's 50th birthday tomorrow, and I'm sad that I can't be there for it. That makes me very sad. I wish I could be there and give her a big hug. So, Natalie, if you're watching, I love you. Happy birthday. Other than that, how's it going with stretching? Stretching's good. I am finding ways of fitting it into my everyday life. And just little things like, where is it? Oh, it's all the way back there. Hold on. Little things like do this. No. This is fun. Movement. All right, we'll grab this one. It's easy to grab. I have these things here at the studio, right? They're just, we call them stones. They're just plastic. They're just like educational tools for kids and stuff. But they're also really good for grown-ups for doing things like stretching your feet. You get your foot on the edge, stretching your feet out, stretching your calves out, that kind of stuff. And, I work that kind of stuff into my everyday life as much as I possibly can so that I am developing my range of motion and feeling better and stronger in my body so I can have my 50th birthday. And are we ready? We get the countdown. Ready. 913 days. Where are we? With the special shiny light there. There you go. 913 days. I'm going to turn 50. What's going to happen on that day? Who knows? Have a big party. What else is happening? We're coming up for summer, business-wise. See, now there's somebody watching. Who are you? I can't see who you are. This is weird. Make a comment. Say hi. Anyway, sorry. Swedish Summer is coming at the studio. If you're curious about Swedish Summer or you want to join us on our summer program here, it's a fun journey throughout Swedish Summer, where we do some workouts together, sit down, have chats like this. Yeah, that's a bunch of fun. So I'm going to start promoting that this week. That's going to be coming at you all on the various different types of social medias. I'm also planning on doing a series of, where's my book? A series of videos, just quick, easy instructional videos on exercises. And if you have a particular exercise that you would like me to do a video on, just let me know. It's really easy. Where's my piece of paper that I wrote all this down on? I had some great ideas over the weekend. Whoa, there we go. Ha! Workshops. And then we're going to do some workshops as well. That's not the piece of paper I'm looking for. Anyway, doesn't matter. You'll find it. Oh, there it is. That one. That piece of paper right there. Can you see that? Probably not. So we're going to do some instructional videos on how to do a proper push-up, how to do a proper squat, how to do lunges, sit-ups, kettlebell swings, rolling press, and get-ups. They're just going to be quick little 5-minute videos just so that I know that you know what you're doing when you do your workouts. Yeah, but if you have a particular exercise you'd like me to get onto, just send me a message. What else is going on? That's about it, really. Keep moving forward. Have I told you about my plan to get my bike and we're doing the outdoor sessions? That's coming up. Stay tuned for that. This week in the right room, we've said it already. I've had my little chat. We're talking about guilt and how we can learn to let go of it. And again, bringing it back to body work and putting in the body. Just if you are wanting to join in with that kind of introspective work, just send me a message. But just a real quick one is to just sit and ask yourself, what am I feeling guilty about, and where do I feel that in the body, and how do I learn to let it go? And it's really funny that when we ask these kinds of questions, sometimes the answers just come. So yeah, I hope you have fun with that. I'm going to have fun with that. It's going to be interesting. But other than that, I'm going to keep doing my stretching work. I will try to make a stretch video, a better one than we did last week. A stretch video and put it up. That stuff goes up on the Instagram page, which is Good to Go Coaching. I think. So yeah, we'll put a stretch video up. And I am also thinking about doing some martial arts videos as well. We'll see what happens. But again, if you've got something you want me to do, let me know. We'll do it. Other than that, I hope you're all feeling amazing. Have a good week. You know what? Just talking about that stuff makes me feel better. I feel better already. Cool. Be brave, be good, do your things, love your work. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. You know you need to subscribe and press the bell. I don't know where to subscribe, but I think it's there. And press the bell, get the alerts, get your friends to subscribe, because that's one way you can help support me in my business, keeping me doing what I'm doing, particularly these interesting times and the new normal. It's going to be a lot more online stuff coming your way. So keep doing what you're doing and feel better. Bye.